So as y'all already know, Adam Silver came down with the Ja Morant verdict. People was calling it a verdict. He was in court. Crazy.
He about to do a stretch.
Exactly, right?
Niggas watching it like it was a trial.
Basketball in Pelican Bay. When I get to it, you
God. Do a bid.
So Ja ended up getting a 25-game suspension, which is might cost him up to $50 million. So we should see him. I want to say they're estimating, like, I guess after Christmas is what I'm saying, or by Christmas game. That's when we should see Ja Morant again.
God damn, that's long.
There's been like a lot of commentary on both sides about like, is this good? Is this bad? Is it harsh? Is it not harsh enough? Then after the fact, it did come out. I'm not sure if y'all saw the TMZ report that Ja Morant apparently was on his social media flashing what was to be a toy lighter.
He sent that video first. He sent it to the NBA and to the Grizzlies, like
to show that
to show them it was just a toy, it wasn't a gun.
Right.
And then
So this is my question, because I was having a very heated debate with one of my colleagues. He'll probably listen to this soon. It to me, I thought it was a good debate. A lot of people are saying that, dang, bro, like, he's making like dumb decisions. Like, yo, like this kind of dumb, right?
Kinda.
Okay. So the argument was, well, was that dumb? Or was he just making a mistake as a kid? My argument was, well, I think it could be both. Yeah. But it was definitely dumb, especially the second time. And the fact that it was a toy made it worse, in my opinion. It was still
and you
dumb.
in the M.
And you in the M. You're like, yo, what is going on? Yeah. You really riding around with a lighter? Yeah. That's dumb anyway.
Right. No, you can ride around with a lighter. You can ride around with 100 lighters.
But don't act
like
not
gun.
That lighter. That lighter.
Where you get that from? What do you
mean? I do kind of want to ask him.
Bro, who lights a candle with that type of lighter? That's the most.
I mean, that's
the most unpeaceful thing. Lighting up something that's so.
Exactly.
It's like,
the candle is like push you.
Like I'm about to.
I know you with me. You don't like that whole.
I would. That nigga be in the house. Baby, I'm about to set the mood.
I'm gonna get the Draco lighter, bitch. Fuck you, mean,
bro?
Playing with me. Quit playing with me.
Like you get the strap out
at him, but
shaka, and then you pull it. It's like.
Why, bro? Why?
Jordan. We're supposed to be serious.
Anyway, so back to it. What y'all think about the punishment though?
25 game is very gracious.
It is.
Gracious.
Because didn't he? What did he get suspended last time?
First of all, if it was David Stern, his dad wouldn't even been playing.
He got 8 games last time. Mm-hmm. For them to get 25, knowing like what the stigma around what he did was, and you know what I'm saying?
If it was NFL, his dad had been gone.
Oh God. They said the first time, look, you a superstar. We gon' give you a second chance.
Corner too. You got to keep it in mind. Right around the corner.
So, but in the second time in NFL, boy.
25, he got lucky with that one.
He did.
My question though is it against NBA policy? Because just because something's dumb don't mean it's illegal.
Okay, just like you know.
I love this conversation right
here. Like you know.
Just because something's dumb don't make it illegal.
Just like you know.
Yeah.
It ain't, a lot of shit ain't in the fine print of NFL shit.
Right,
you know, if you do this, it's going to some type of way be detrimental to the team.
Right.
Sure.
Okay. Optics, my friend.
My thing about it though, because if you ask me about the verdict, this is the only thing I think. Is he was already going to lose money being suspended for a certain amount of games. Mm-hmm. Now, we know they just put in the policy that if you don't play 65 games,
you don't get
you can't make first team out. All those incentives go away.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so I feel like the suspension would have been more fair if they got him right up to that 65 game mark. So when he comes off suspension, that's still like what?
Oh no.
I don't know, whatever you need to subtract 81 to get to 65. It's still longer than his last suspension.
Right.
And then if he plays all 65, he still has the ability to go make that money. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but this thing though, what you just said, fair, right?
Yeah.
And what in any of this is anybody gonna be fair? First of all, he wasn't fair to himself by just
he wasn't.
No, he
wasn't. That was stupid.
Regardless,
right?
The fair shit out the window, my boy.
Yeah.
This is what's gonna happen.
And then
you gonna get
I don't like that argument when people say that it wasn't illegal. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it does not matter if it was illegal.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
Right.
Like that means nothing. I know for a fact, for instance, like the company that I work for, right? I have to take a drug test to get my job.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have to read a handbook to know that they have a policy. Then that means that there's certain things.
That's a little different.
But you're still talking about policy, though. Still talking about policy.
Well, it's like it's unwritten. So example, let's say I post something online for instance. Which I'll probably have posted some things online. It's gonna go to my close friends or something like that. It's gonna be very, very secluded because I do know what the optics can look like.
Right.
And a company can deem any. I can give you a prime example. A homie of mine, he was a manager. He was a manager. Where did you work at? But I think it was one of the Mexican restaurants, like a Qdoba or something like that. And he called me one day. He said, "Yo, bro, like my company really doing some bullshit right now." I said, "Well, what's up?" He said, "Well, long story less long, these two employees got into it, and one of them called somebody a nigga.
Yeah.
And he had to fire the person to use nigga. Now, is that illegal? No. But a company can make a decision to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
My thing though is there's still something in policy though. I guarantee you there's something in a policy at a workplace though that says you cannot call some. There's like whether it's harassment or something. Because if I use words to like bring you down, there's still some. I would think like I saw a teacher that lost her job because she had an OnlyFans. Like I feel like that's more like of a good comparison because it's like there's none of her policy as a teacher that says you can't go make money doing this, but that school probably said, you know what, this is bad optics. Right. So that's what I'm saying. So, I get that. I understand that. What I'm saying though in the situation with Ja is number one, this is the part that I don't get. If it was really a lighter, if it really wasn't a real gun, the second I saw people thinking I made the same mistakes I did last time, I'm letting you know immediately this was a lighter.
Oh God.
That's the first thing.
He never brought it up to Adam Silver or to nobody.
Never did.
So that's
never shown it.
Right. So that's the part that makes me be like, oh, Ja, like, did you really let this happen again? You know what I'm saying? The first time he filmed himself, the second time his homeboy filmed. The first time he was in a establishment that was an actual building. They was traveling. He was with the team. It was during the season. This next time, it's in the off season. His homie called him. Like, there's still some nuance to the situation. That's why I said, is it dumb? 100,000%. And you won't let nobody come to me and be like, oh man, he's keeping it real, dude. I'm like, bro, you would never keep it real for 50 mil. Never. So don't bring that to me. You would never keep it real for 50 mil. And to be honest, he's not keeping it real. Let's just be honest. This is not the lifestyle that he's real living. But what I'm still saying though is
I ain't gonna claim that, but go ahead.
When we stuff I don't know. But go ahead. We don't know.
You ain't coming to Memphis.
Right. But what I'm saying though is I ain't gonna do him like Shannon Sharp. I think when Shannon Sharp went in on that one time, I think he almost kind of made him want to go harder. Because the way Shannon Sharp tried.
I think of that.
Nah, you're right.
The reverse effect. The last thing you want to do if you're trying to calm a brother down is to be like, you ain't really like that.
Now I gotta show you like I'm like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He should have just went all in on the, hey, bro, you the breadwinner. You're a multi-million-dollar MC. You can be $1 billion athlete. I know you from South Carolina. I know you've seen all this stuff, but let's chill out on it. That would have been more effective.
That makes sense.
But like I said, when I look at the whole thing of it, the bad parts was that he lied to Adam Silver, obviously, and that he's obviously doing some reckless behavior. But at the end of the day, I'm still looking at it like, is it illegal? What did he have the gun actually at the facility? In the building, it was in the off season. His friend caught him on it.
That's why I got this.
If I was handing down the punishment, I would have put him right up to the 65 game mark and then say, okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm glad he only got 25.
Me too.
Look,
everybody glad.
M is happy.
Everybody glad.
I'm surprised he only got 25. I am surprised.
Years,
bro. I thought that man would get half a season for sure. I thought he would get. He only got 25.
I thought he would too.
Niggas thinking he gonna get the whole book.
Everybody was like, didn't say that meme there.
Hey, when they said 25, that's like when niggas say, I gotta go up and do 2. DB.
How we won 30 straight.
We'll be straight. We'll be 25 guys.
Oh, Ty Jones, you got this, my boy. We know you gonna take over and do your thing.
Say outro with Ja though, real talk. Anyway.
Matter of fact, he need to go. But sell them houses that he got back to back with mom and dad. I don't get that shit out of here.
Switch it up.
I would. That's smart.
A whole new game plan.
Yeah, I'll go
Switch
and
it up.
slide this stuff up.
I basically got a little compound right there. Cool, that's cool.
It is.
If you live it right.
Yeah.
If you doing your
Consolidate,
shit.
my friend.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Consolidate.
feel like it's time you need to get on some grown man shit.
Mm-hmm.
Need to go ahead and everybody wants to say get different friends. I don't want to say get different friends.
I don't think he need different friends.
I don't think so.
He got to make better decisions. Look, like, as soon as he make better decisions, his friends gonna start making better decisions.
Yeah, they can't do nothing without him.
Oh God.
They don't even got
That's
the bread.
why
They
I
don't even. They can't even get to the same establishments.
Yeah,
They can't even get the clout.
That's why I was don't like
You
when
set
everybody
the
he
tone.
gotta get new friends.
You gotta set the tone.
He can still rock with
He
his
gotta
same
set the tone.
partners.
Yeah, you gotta set the tone.
He the big dog. Even if he the youngest, he's still the big dog.
Facts.
Yeah.
So he gotta set the standard.
But I'm be real though. Like even there was a video that came out before this last incident. It was after the punishment or whatever, the first one handed down, and then he was still kind of like, it was like 2 weeks later, he was in the club having a great time, drinking from the bottle, whatever. And my thing is, I'm not going to condemn that behavior, but what I am going to say is that you just came off a very visible punishment in front of everybody. That already kind of showed me, I was like, yo, I don't know if he's really
he ain't
taking this seriously.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he told Jalen Rose, I'm doing some breathing techniques. I said, oh my God.
Hey, when that nigga said that shit,
I knew, I was like, oh no.
I didn't laugh because it was the fact like, bro, you just took the basic shit that they told you to say. You could have said something better than that.
Yeah.
Not even really trying to like.
My nigga, I could have gave you something better than that.
Yeah.
I would have wrote you something.
Nigga, I done went to therapy. I know what
It's bro, this shit crazy as hell, bro.
I ain't gonna say I'm going to breathe and take me. Was you pregnant, nigga? The fuck? Oh, yeah, he tripping.
Yeah,
Shout out to Ja, bro. I'm glad you only got 25.
Yeah, we glad you only got
clean.
12. Hey, 12, we appreciate
Keep
you,
your nose
bro.
clean.
Get better.
Go on record, I would only gave him like 12. On record.
For real, I wish you would have just got 5, my boy.
Yeah.
But hey,
man.